Hey guys, happy Friday. Hopefully, you're having a great night. I am doing a short stream tonight. There will not be a free list this evening. Um, but we should have that again tomorrow and or Sunday, and then a giveaway at least on one of the 2 days. But tonight it's just a shorter stream, just for people who've been waiting for me to go live this week that haven't had a chance to get a reading. I figured I would hop on here. I do know that we have a couple pre-orders tonight. We have James and IJ. So just waiting for them to join us. Whoever gets here first is probably who I'll do, unless they end up here at the same time. Then we'll just go in order. Hey James, welcome in. That's perfect that you're here because I was waiting on either you or IJ to stop by. Okay, let's do a love option 2. Okay, wow. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay, so really quickly, I tell people that whenever I sneeze or if my face is itching, when I'm doing their reading, it typically indicates a lot of incoming communication from your person that you're asking about. So I know you guys typically communicate pretty frequently, but this could indicate like an increase of communication or unexpected communication from them. Like, for example, if you guys go say bye for the night, and you expect to not hear from them until the next day, you might end up hearing from her again, like that evening, or it's some type of unexpected communication. Let's see. Okay, so she's presenting as the moon, so immediately my thoughts are mysterious. Like she's coming through like very like siren-esque, very goddess-like energy, mysterious. Like I think there's a magnetic quality about her that's coming through to you. Um I feel like she's maybe tapping more into her feminine energy. Um, and it's just like there's just like this air around her that feels very like intoxicating, I would say. And maybe for you, I don't know if you'd feel any differently. Maybe you always feel that way about her, but I feel like she's starting to feel that way herself, trying to feel like very confident. Now, behind this veil of like mysteriousness or illusion, um, the moon also talks about how she's not really putting all her cards on the table. So, um, you still don't fully know maybe where her head is at or where she stands. But I feel like I don't want you to worry about that because I have the Temperance, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles as thoughts, feelings, intentions. So she's thinking Like she wants to take things slow, but I feel like her desire is to keep moving forward. Temperance talks about how we don't give in to temptation. So, what does that immediately say to me is that she might be tempted by you. Like, she might view you as temptation. Um, and she's kind of like holding back or trying to be self disciplined. But underneath all of that, if she's thinking temperance, that means that she is tempted by you in some way. Um, her feelings are that things continue to get easier. I think maybe first a little while, maybe towards the beginning of this year or like spring, she felt kind of like she was holding her breath. Um, in a sense that she was just like worried, very, very worried for some reason about your connection. And it seems like now she feels like she can breathe out. She feels a little more relaxed, I would say. The Six of Swords talks about the calm after the storm. So things kind of calming down, maybe becoming easier. There could also be talks about traveling or getting out and doing something different or fun. Her intentions here, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So that always says to me that she's going to want to give you something. That could be more of her effort, more of her time. This could be a physical gift, but there's something that she wants to give more to you. Hey, IJ, welcome in. Hmm. I'm not getting that there are any blocks, but I do see Six of Pentacles here, so it could be like an influence around the connection. Maybe we're paying a lot more attention to equal give and take, matching one another's energy. So if she sees that, you know, she's giving a certain level to you, maybe you're just trying to match that. Maybe not do more than what she's doing just to make everyone feel like more comfortable. I don't know, but there's like an emphasis here on equal give and take. So wanting to make sure that no one is putting in more energy into the connection than the other person. It feels like there's multiple cards here indicating like trying to rebalance the scales. Ari, hello and welcome in. Um, and then for the overall energy, we have the Six of Cups. So this is talking about how comfortable she is with you or how you bring her comfort, even. There's like this feeling of coziness, nostalgia, familiarity. And the Six of Cups also talks about like the like being excited and comforted by the thought of being together or reuniting, and hanging out and spending time with one another in person. Hey Ari, we're not doing free reads tonight, friend. How is Patty feeling romantically? She's feeling romantically towards James after last night. So the phrase, like, I like how this is going, is coming to mind. I feel that with the Ten of Cups here, I feel that she was just loving it. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's like the right word, but the 10 of cups is like, I'm in alignment. I feel like this is good. I feel like this is right. This is a good feeling or good pace. I'm liking where this is going, like that kind of vibe. We have the Six of Pentacles making an appearance again. So she's feeling like things feel fair, things feel right, things feel good. I mean, these are like basic terms. My adjectives aren't really doing much tonight, but I basically am saying like she's enjoying how things are going. There's like a feeling of happiness, and the idea of looking at you romantically feels good, especially with the Ten of Cups, because that's like her saying, I feel like we're on the right path, or we're on the right track per se. Um, let's see, how is she feeling? I want to touch on the fact that I keep picking up the energy of her feeling a lot more inside than what she's showing on the outside. So, even if on the outside she's showing like eagerness and excitement, it's even like more profound underneath the surface. There's that message of like she was feeling things that she wasn't acting on. Okay. So she was like feeling them inside, but really trying to play it cool on the outside. So, however, it was that she was acting on the outside to you, whatever she was displaying to you, she was feeling other things inside on a like deeper level. Um, so yeah, I don't know why, but that needed to be said. I think that the idea of moving forward romantically is something that, so long as things keep going the way they're going, she feels you guys are on the right track. Overall, I feel pretty good. Um Now I kind of hear like not putting all my eggs in one basket, so I do feel like for her, she may not be like ready to be all in, but dipping the toes in the water sounds nice. It feels nice. Again, that's a metaphor, like an expression. But she's saying so long as this can be paced, like going at a good pace for her, I think that she's enjoying the journey with you. Oh, that's funny. I just said dipping my toes in the water and you're going to the ocean. Okay, let's see. So James, I'm getting a lot of pentacles. This talks about slow moving, like maybe really not anything much different happening between you guys, as far as like romance and physical affection. But I did ask if there was something more that would happen, than what you guys have recently experienced, and I am getting a yes. So I feel like you can expect a little bit more affection from her. I just want to be clear, Pentacles indicates like we're still pacing ourselves. And then the Queen of Swords indicates like she's being very self disciplined. But I think with the Judgment card, it's indicating to me that things will feel a bit different after this trip for you guys. Judgment talks about how you feel like you've made it to the other side. Like you feel like you've made it through. Um, and in a sense, your connection's been reborn, if that makes sense. Because like Judgment, a lot of times talks about like healing, absolution, paying respect to the past, but not letting it hold you back and moving forward into your next chapter. So I do feel like there is a moment that you guys share together that feels like a renewal. I just also want to express that it may not be everything, but I feel like things will feel a bit different to you, and that there will be, because of the Three of Cups, like a little bit of like a celebration inside, feeling like things are um moving in the right direction. I still feel her hesitancy though. I want to like make sure you know that that there's still like this holding back element. So James, let me know if you have any questions about that. All right, cool. So that's what I got for James. For IJ, I'm ready for you whenever you want to post. Hmm. So she feels a strong appreciation for you, IJ. I have the Six of Cups here, and so it's like everything that, like every impression you've made on her, and like your conversation, all of that. Like she's sitting there going, "Wow, like he's amazing. And not only does she appreciate it, but she's saying she's grateful for it. She's saying she's grateful for you. Nothing that you do in terms of like complimenting her, raising her up, supporting her, um, just being kind of someone that is cheering her on in the background, none of that goes unnoticed. She's feeling the effort and energy that you put into her. And I feel like she's saying, like, that's amazing. I think something else that's actually not, um, I don't want this to be seen as underrated because this is really important, especially as a woman, to feel like you have a best friend and the person that you're in a relationship with. The foundation of that connection needs to be friendship first and foremost above anything else, and she sees that with you. So she's saying you're a great friend, and I don't want you to feel like, oh great, is she friend zoning me, or what is that supposed to mean, friend? Because a lot of times people run away from that word if their interest throws that word around. And I feel like she's saying no, like she knows that, if you guys entered into a relationship, friendship is something that you guys could always come back to, because she feels like she could have a best friend in you, and then also have more than that as well. And that's really important because times that you're like sick, times that you're just tired or exhausted, you've had a long day. Like sometimes romance is not going to be on the top of the list, but you know what is? Sharing a joke, laughing about your day, watching TV together, making dinner with one another, doing things that are intimate and romantic, but they're not quote unquote physically affectionate. So important. And I feel like that's what she's looking for too. And I feel like you're on the right track. To her saying you make a great friend or you've been a great friend to her is actually like you're checking one of her boxes when I say that. Because other people, and I know you said you get it, because I know like a lot of people are like, oh, great, friend zone. No, that's not it. She's making a list here. And she's saying, I want this in a man. I want this in a man. I want this in a man. I want a good friend. I want a best friend. You're checking a box actually for her. So she wants you to know that too. And she's saying, like, I just appreciate you. I appreciate you existing. I appreciate and am grateful for the connection that we've made so far, and like the prospect of what could happen one day is just really important to her, and she's happy for it. She says that she's holding on to you. She's holding on to the idea of you, holding on to you. Um, like you might be the list actually for her. I mean, when I say top of the list, that almost doesn't sound right because I don't want you to think she's got like all these people. She does. She does have all these people coming for her, but as far as like what she wants and what she's looking for, I think that you're like right there as like the number one for her. And the thing is that she's like, I want someone like him. Like, so I'm hoping maybe she's saying I'm hoping he's available, like when that time comes. I have here the lovers as well. So she feels that you guys have a soul tie to one another, like some kind of soul connection that extends outside of our understanding. The lovers here talks a lot about like soulmates and perfect unions, one where you're just the perfect puzzle piece for one another and that you fit really well together. You have shared values, you have friendship, you have love, and then you have kindred spirits, and you have sexual desire, physical attraction, like all the things that you could want in a partner. At the bottom of the deck, I have Two of Cups, which is the ultimate card of love here. and it indicates that she feels that you guys are compatible. Now, she is saying potential. She's saying he's a potential for me. So I want you to know that she's not fully settled on like knowing that you guys would work out because there's still a lot of unknown between the two of you. But she's saying when that time comes, if he's ready and available, he is somebody that I would be pursuing. What can I answer for you next? Oh, I know she does. I'm not stupid, but I'm not worried. Oh. What do your spirit guides want you to know right now? So, IJ, I know we touched on this before, but for some reason it's coming through again. And I know that you've been focusing on your health, but for whatever reason, I'm getting like that this is important. This is important for you to focus on. And like, it might not be your health in the sense of, I know you're working out and I know that you're like taking care of yourself in that department, but maybe like your stress, your hormones, your cortisol levels, like, are you mentally, is like the things that are overwhelming you or making you feel burned out about or stressed out about, is that affecting your physical body? Um, because for some reason I have that here. And I think intuitively you might know this. Intuitively, it may be why you started making some changes, or at least up to your changes recently as in terms of physical health. But I think that it's important that yes, yes, because I was gonna say it's difficult and like I know it's not easy, and when you get stressed, it's so easy to just like put yourself in this place and like over and over and over it compounds, and then eventually you're like, oh shit, I've really like messed myself up here. Um and it's not easy, but what you could do, and actually I'm going to take this advice myself, is doing like stress relieving practices, things that might help you in times of like high stress situations. Like, I think meditation is a great one. Um, you said you are a Cancer. So I think for you, any kind of water related therapy would be really important for you. Um, the ocean, visualization with water, showers are probably like so relieving and like de-stressing for you. Um, maybe making sure you stay really hydrated. Like, I know that the like our sun sign, we're very drawn to certain things related to our element itself. You love the water, yeah. So just doing things that you feel like, for instance, I'm air. So my meditation is really powerful for me because the air is everything mental and communication. And so I need to find things that I can really do anything, but I need to find things that I can do that's going to stop me from overthinking or over communicating. So sleep is important for me, meditation is important for me. I'm glad to hear you're drinking more water. For whatever reason, this is just something that they want to highlight. And I remember that we touched on this before, and I pulled the Four of Swords. And whenever I see the Four of Swords, it's like once every like 20 or 25 times, something like that. I go, oh, health immediately. I go health. Because most of the time it talks about just being quiet and rest and relaxation. But every once in a while I hear health. So I think that's important. Sometimes whenever I see this card and I'm like, because I don't really talk about health in tarot readings. So whenever I do, it's like really important, in my opinion, that we monitor these things because I'm not a health reader. And I remember this happening one other time with another woman that comes to me every once in a while. And I was like, I was like, something is going on with you. Something is going on. I was like, you need to get to the doctor. And she came back and she's like, yeah, actually, you were right. I'm going to have heart surgery. I was like, oh my God. So, um, and then it was like a couple days later, she had the procedure. Hey, Jasmine. So that's why I just want to like bring it to your attention. Now, I know it's more mental because I have the Nine of Swords here as well. And it's kind of talking about like feeling burnout or a burden or feeling stress. So I think more than anything, it has to do with like the hormone levels in your body. So like higher cortisol levels, um, paying attention, maybe having a physical would be important, getting blood work done, seeing if you're low on anything that you should be at normal levels, just to figure out like what limits you need to be within and talk to your doctor and figure out if you're lacking anything in vitamins and things like that. What else do you want him to know? Philomena, I'm so happy for you. You said you're getting tired. Getting tired of dating? What else do you want IJ to know? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. This is a little bit vague here, but I have a person of the past coming back in for you. Six of Cups usually talks about reuniting with someone from the past. IJ, I did see that. Thank you. I'll move on to that one after this. Rising Storm and Jasmine, I also got your donations as well. Your Leo X. Now, I have the world here, and it is talking about this person is like, this was a complete ending with this person, or like, or maybe they're at a distance. I don't really know, because like the world talks about travel or like the end of a journey. So maybe this is a person that you've kind of put in the rear view mirror that's coming back in for you. Hey Tia, welcome in. You're welcome, Rising. What do you need IJ to know? I feel like they might come to you, IJ, with more of like an emotional appeal. You are the King of Cups. You are Cancer here. And I feel like they're going to try to appeal to you emotionally. Maybe look to you for support in some way, advice, guidance, companionship, or potentially just appeal to your emotional side. So just keep that in mind. Maybe I feel okay. This is perfect because I was hearing spirit say, I'm letting him know this now because I need him to keep his guard up." Basically, they're saying, and I heard that, and then I saw the Seven of Wands. So spirit is saying, like, don't let this person get the best of you. Stand your ground, maintain your control and your composure. Per usual, don't let this person manipulate or appeal to you in a way that's not going to benefit you. And I think that's why they're wanting to tell you now, because they want you to kind of be ready to go. They want you to have the upper ground, because I think that if you didn't know, it might kind of catch you off guard and make you a little bit more vulnerable. So IJ, that is what I've got there. But let's do your channeled message. And I'm actually going to also update the donation list for everyone. You're tired of another connection not working out. Yeah, that's tough. Philomena, how are you in your 20s? Are you pretty young? Tia is going to donate as well. That's perfect. That works for me. I will let you know once it comes through. 28. Yeah, I can understand how you're feeling. I feel like maybe you're hitting an age where you kind of are tired of dating. You've probably been dating for over 10 years at this point, and it's probably just like taking its toll. But the positive part about it is you are still young and you still have a lot of time, even if it may not feel like it. So I went ahead and updated the donations that I have currently. If they're added to, I will let you guys know once I get those on my end. But in the meantime, I am working on a channeled message for IJ. If you guys have not been here for a channeled message before, essentially while I work on this reading for IJ, it will be kind of quiet in the chat. I'm still going to be here monitoring and answering any questions that you guys have, but I will be focused on my automatic writing as I work on this reading for him. Tia, I got it. I'm going to put you after Jasmine, okay? You're welcome, Tia. IJ, you might hear from her soon. I'm about halfway done. Maybe it's like a sign of release for her. So, I'm not done yet, but she's like talking a lot tonight. I feel like she's just very excited. Like she has a new lease on life right now. And she's like kind of riding that high at the moment. You have like a lot of powerful cards here, like the Tower in reverse, the Magician, Judgment, the World. Just a lot of like major arcana things which talk about like major life themes, big things happening for her, and so she could be going through some sort of awakening herself at the moment, but she's just like so excited to tell you this. And I'm going to just preface this right now, kind of like last night. This isn't really about you and her specifically or your connection. But it is kind of like maybe some things that she wants to share with you or tell you about, maybe feels like you have helped her with from afar. But essentially, it's good things because it's like, I feel like things might have felt so stagnant for so long. That's what she's saying. Like, I feel like things, I'm going to write that down, have been stagnant for so long. That like this kind of message is really good because it's indicating like maybe some type of movement within her life. But I think I'm almost done. I just need another minute or two. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, this is definitely a longer message for sure today. Okay, so she says, I have been doing so much self care and healing. I can really feel a shift happening for me, and it's exhausting work, but the feeling of hope for the future is priceless. I am embracing change and trying not to control so much. I think my mindset is altering some as well. Lately, I have been feeling so powerful and that my future is up to me. And I can't even begin to express how exciting it is to feel how I've been feeling. I never want it to end. I have been journaling and manifesting. I feel more creative than I have in a long time. My horizons feel more open. I feel like things have been stagnant for so long in all areas of my life, and I am just ready to go. I feel like my life is a candle and a flame has just been lit. I am so proud of her. I'm loving to hear this. Much better energy than drained feeling she had the other day. Yeah, and like there was something in the letter too that felt almost like she wasn't sure how long this was going to last. She was like, I just want to like hold on to this feeling. I think she's scared that things are going to like ebb a little bit for her because right now she feels such in flow. She feels like things are really like feeling like the movement, the shift, the change as she was talking about. And I think that she's trying to hold on to this feeling for as long as possible. That was something that it felt like she was worried about losing too quickly, losing that momentum too fast. But yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, a little bit like the video you sent. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I still can't get over how I said that and then you told me that she posted a story exactly like that. That to me was just kind of mind blowing. But you're welcome. So next up we have Rising Storm. Rising Storm with a BOGO. Thanks again, IJ. I hope you have a great night. Rising Storm, if you want to check in with me, I'm about to get started on yours. So, what I'm getting, Rising, for the first question, this was not for pleasure, this was business. So, this was like essentially just like an interaction that needed to happen. Um, it was more like a practical visit rather than a visit to enjoy one another's company or be around each other or spend time together. So, whatever this was, I have the world here. And this talks about more like a practical thing, like, oh, um, my mom made you some lasagna. I'm dropping it off. Like it just kind of like a quick stop by, maybe replenishing, helping him replenish his baby care items, or it just felt more practical based than it did a sense of like, oh, I want to spend time together. And I feel like the reason why I'm getting that message is because the world talks about like a mission being completed. And so I feel like it was like mission based. I feel like that there, she was there for a reason. She got that done and then she left, kind of thing. Um, let's see. Because like the world talks about reaching your goal. It's like, so she set out to like stop by for a reason. She completed that task and she moved on. So like that's what it feels like to me. Let me see if I can get any other information here. She had no plans to stay longer than she did. That's another message here. So it's not like he kicked her out or anything. Like she stayed as long as she was planning on staying. There was no like, I don't think there was any issues today. I think it was like, I'm going to stop by in a little bit for a little while and then I'm going to leave. And they were like, okay, cool. And then that was it. So I feel like she left when she planned on. There was nothing that had come up or happened between them or anything like that that would have caused her to leave. That was the plan all along. So I have the word routine here. So let's backtrack real quick back to the Eight of Cups. Like I was saying that she didn't stay any longer than she was originally intending. She actually had another place to be, is what I'm getting. Because I'm seeing moving on as like the term of like, let's get a move on, let's get this done and taken care of and move on so that I can get to the next thing that I need to do. So this felt very much like I've got to get out of here. I can't stay around for a long time. And then also with the Knight of Pentacles talking about routine, like this is basically their routine. This is something that she did today that is something that she does every week. Like this isn't maybe she stopped whatever it is she was doing to stop by seems to be a part of their schedule. So this wasn't like a surprise stop by or like a passion filled stop by or anything in the sense of like out of the ordinary. This is just very clinical and very routine, just like what they typically do. So I think maybe he might not have even needed her to call him in advance because he just expected it. Um I'm kind of starting to get repeating messages, so I think that might have been it. But if you have a question about that, let me know. Let's take a look at your second question. Next up after this, I have Jasmine. Jasmine, whenever you're ready to post your question, I'm ready for you. All right, so Rising Storm, I am getting a yes for your second question. Hey, girl. I am getting yes for your second question. I have the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So this just indicate like a lot of mental energy as well as like attachment to you. And I'm asking, okay, well, if he's thinking about her, the natural next question would be, what is he thinking about? So I have the Six of Cups. So this card talks about reunion or union, coming together, like the song Reunited and It Feels So Good. Like I feel like he thinks about coming together with you. Like and I have the Eight of Wands here. So that's like forward movement or communication. So this feels a lot of fantasy to me. It feels very like what he fantasizes about or what he wants, what he imagines would happen between you guys if you were to interact / engage with one another. How that would go, and it kind of like turns into a bit of like a fantasy thought, I feel. This is like a lot of wands here, so this could kind of turn into like I don't think he's thinking emotionally or practically. I think he's thinking more sexually about you. Because I have a lot of like fiery energy here. So maybe he is thinking of like the interaction, how that would go, and then like how the relationship would eventually develop between you guys and like where it would go from there, and taking on more of like a physical relationship with each other, because it's not a what am I trying to say? It's not a secret that he is attracted to you in that way. Um, what is he thinking about? Hmm. So then I have the Tower and I have the Emperor. So the Tower to me talks about some type of like blow up, something that happens through divine intervention because we're can't keep avoiding things from happening for too long. Um so I feel like with the Tower talking about like a sudden unexpected change, or because they talk about tragedy, disaster, confusion, revelations, like essentially your whole life blowing up because you're avoiding, and finally something happens where your like spiritual team is like, no, you got to deal with this. Um, so maybe he's thinking in his mind that like it's some kind of fantasy of like his life blowing up and then him being able to just do whatever it is that he wants to do. Sometimes when people are fantasizing, they think about the things that they wish they would do or have been procrastinating on. And I feel like sometimes he fantasizes about like blowing his life up essentially and like saying fuck you to everybody and just going and doing whatever it is that he wants to do. So in reality he feels trapped by his relationships and by the things that he's bound to on a practical level. So I think that if he could just do whatever it is he wanted, follow his muse, so to speak, he wouldn't be focusing on responsibility or loyalty. He would just say, fuck all that and do what I want to do. And I think that would include you. I think you would be like the next step after that. So I think for what I'm getting is that heavy thoughts on you in terms of like interacting with you, spending time with you, being physical with you, and fantasizing about all the things he feels in his waking life or reality that he can't change if he can fantasize about it. So he thinks a lot about your connection between the two of you as well. Did you have any follow up to that? Perfect. You're welcome, Rising. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's see. Jasmine donated via Cash App. Okay. Hopefully she can swing back in here. If Jasmine is not in here in time, is Tia in here? If Tia can check in with me. Oh, Jasmine's here. Okay. Thank you, Tia, for checking in. Jasmine's here. So, Jasmine, you can post. We are going to do a last call on these readings. It's not super strict, so I can wait another like 15 minutes or so, but I probably will be closing the list soon. So if anybody would like to get a reading or add to their reading that they currently have, I would encourage you to do that as soon as you can. Jasmine, so Skylar is being weird towards me at this time, like just angry around me. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see. Right, right. Hmm. Interesting. So Jasmine, you guys are just very different people. I have the devil and the Hierophant that came out at the same time. So this indicates that there's something in you that triggers her. And I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this because, like you said, that's a very weird, awkward, dare I say, uncomfortable work environment. But we're not always going to be everyone's cup of tea. Unfortunately, people are going to take issue with us, even if we're the best, nicest, sweetest person ever. Then you throw on like jealousy or insecurity on top of that, and that's just going to make things even worse. I feel like she views you as someone who's completely different from her, but also she wants to be like you. And she feels triggered by you because you're all the things that she's not. I have the Hierophant here. So that usually talks about when you have similarities with someone else. But attached to the devil is indicating that it's more like inverted. It feels more like she doesn't have the things that you have and she isn't like you, but you're holding up mirror to her insecurities here. Um, I think that she also takes issue with the fact that she feels like you get things easily, or things come to you easily. Unfortunately, with people like her, until she becomes confident within herself, this is going to continue. Um, Now I did mention like a while back, and I feel like I'm getting that same energy of like it's not specifically you because she would do this to someone else too. So I don't want you to take it personally. I wish that I had like a easy fix or solution to offer to you in terms of people like this, but that's just unfortunately a hazard of the workplace when you're working for other people, you're not working for yourself. You can't really choose who you work with. This is the shitty part of life. So unless you want to move departments or locations, if there's multiple locations, it's kind of a part of the job, unfortunately. I think there's, and like, this is the thing too that I'm hearing, Jasmine, is that this person, even if you were to be friends, even if you were to be the nicest person ever to her, and you're like really trying to clear the air and make things less awkward at work, she would not receive that well. I think she wants to not like you. She takes issue with you, and it's not personal. It has to do with her specifically. The only thing I can think of that would help your connection out is if you were to like compliment her and maybe, yeah, but just be like, I really like how you styled your hair that day. Do you have like a tutorial? Making her feel special by you might be like the only thing you can do. But at this point, is it worth it for you to like try to appeal to her in this way. So I think the reason why she's feeling jealous is because she feels inferior to you. So if you were to make her feel superior to you, if you were to compliment her in some way and make her feel like, "Oh wow, there's something of mine that she likes. Maybe I shouldn't feel inferior to her." That might change the connection a little bit. But again, Jasmine, is this really does how much does that matter to you to do something like that? Because sometimes we're just like I said, not everyone's cup of tea. Whispers, hey girl, yeah, you can send for a donation. My list is not, nothing is closed yet. If you guys want to donate, nothing is closed yet. It will be soon, but not yet. It does feel like it has to do with Jason, but Jasmine, I'm getting that that just kind of added fuel to the fire. That she would have been like this to you regardless, even if he was removed from the equation, she would still be like this. She may have been like this to you before Jason. You know what I mean? Like this may be some energy that you've been pulling from her from the jump. So I think Jason did add fuel to that, but I don't think that he was the sole reason. Thanks, guys. I'll add you to the list in a second. Whoever came first, you guys will be after the next person that I read for. So let's see. Actually, let's see the order. I'm currently on Jasmine. After that, I have Tia, and then I have Whispers. Amy, yours hasn't come through yet, but I'll keep an eye out for it. So Jasmine, yeah, like I'm seeing because I have like third party energy here with the Three of Pentacles. They're saying that this is part of it, but this is not the only reason. And the other thing that I worry about, Jasmine, is like for you to try to resolve this between her by appealing to her, that might feel out of alignment for you because you're like, okay, now she's been an asshole to me and I'm kissing her ass all of a sudden just to like make the workplace not so awkward. That feels weird to me too. So, and then who's to say that like it would create an authentic connection. She could still be, instead of being like outright, blatantly like rude to your face, she might just go, okay, I'll be an enemy masquerading as a friend. You would never get to the point with her where things would be genuine. So you'd have to like think about that. And to me, it's just like I would rather someone not like me and just move on. Don't let it bother you. Personally, that's my advice. But Spirit did offer another solution if you wanted to go that route. But for me, I've worked in most of my careers is a lot of women. Restaurant business, hair salon, spa, a medical office. And sometimes women just won't like you. But that's because you're true. You're authentic. You are who you are. No apologies. You're not trying to like please anybody else. And sometimes that rubs people the wrong way. And that's fine. Just don't give a shit about it. Just get your work done and head out. That's how I feel. Hey, Terry. Welcome in. It is late. No, it's not late. It's not too late to donate. It is late at night, but it is not too late to donate. Even though I don't want her, man. Yes, it makes it weird because he's always looking at me. Yeah, I'm sorry, girl. That's just gonna be jealousy. Like Philomena said, there's not really anything you can do to fix it. And like the last thing you want to do is be fake just for the sake of like keeping the peace, because that has to go both ways. And if you're the only person doing it, it's eventually going to feel weird to you to, you know, I don't know. I just honestly wouldn't give any energy to it. That's just how I operate. But it's, I'm sure, uncomfortable for you. But yeah, if you think that it's because of him, that definitely made it worse. But whether he worked there or not, or was around or not, you'd still be having these issues with her. And like I said, it's not personal. It, she would be doing this to anybody. Like if you left, she would do it to someone else. All right, I'm updating the donation list really quickly, just so everyone knows where they are. Jasmine says, okay, got you. Amy says, people just suck sometimes. Facts. Jasmine, you're welcome, girl. I'm so sorry. I wish I had more insight than that, because that just sounds dumb. But like Amy said, people just suck sometimes. So I'm sending you a lot of love. Hopefully you can just put your energetic blinders on and just kind of ignore it. The more energy you give to it, the harder it's probably going to be. Thank you, Terry. I added you to the list. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and close the list now, because we've got a couple more people to get through, and I'll probably be here till about 1 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and put that list closed. If you're on the donation list currently and you want to add to your reading, I will honor that. But I'm going to close it off to anyone else that's new coming in. All right, mini love spread. Tia. Option 2. Jordan. All right. So, I'm not getting, or sorry, I am getting that there are influences and blocks. Specifically, I'm getting like an energetic block, Tia, where his heart chakra is and his root chakra is. And what that means, if you're not familiar, is just indicating that he has his heart blocked off and he has his like grounded stability kind of blocked as well. So he might have like issues in terms of becoming emotionally available to someone, in terms of like his own life and the way that he functions. He might have a hard time grounding himself. This could also manifest as like issues with money as well, or issues in his love life, issues with career, finances, things like that. He doesn't know how. He's a bit more scattered, I think, mentally. He and I feel like this is serving as a block for him in this connection. And as far as an influence, I do see him here thinking about your future. I think that he wonders about how he's going to be able to contribute to that future, but he is thinking about what comes next. Now, I do have him here as the Four of Cups. So this is indicating to me that with your connection right now, someone's not happy, someone's not satisfied. Maybe how he's presenting to you is that he feels more aloof, like you can't really read his mind, you don't really know what's going on with him. Maybe you don't know where you stand, maybe you feel like you've been offering to him and not really getting much in return. But the Four of Cups is that energy of like he's just not giving to you the way that you feel would make you feel like you understand where you stand, or where his head is at potentially. Now, with thoughts, feelings, intentions, you guys have a good connection. I have that he feels like you guys have a lot in common. He does notice though that the give and take is not equal. He knows that the energy is not equal between you guys, that um like more effort is being put forth by potentially you over him. Um, he sees that. He knows that one person is giving more to this connection than the other. Now, he is saying you guys have a lot in common. He's saying you're very compatible. He's saying that he feels like there's a lot of commonalities between you, or common interests that are in alignment with each other, that would make you a suitable match to each other. Maybe you have similar values or goals, or um, like thought processes. Maybe the way that you were raised is similar, traditions, religion, I don't know. But he's basically saying there's like multiple marks here where you guys are very similar. Um, and his intentions are to be in a commitment with you, or to have a committed relationship with you. So if you are not in a relationship yet that you would title as committed, that is what he wants with you. That is what he's thinking. That's what he's working towards. He does question his ability to execute that. If you are in a current commitment and you're like, oh, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, you're wanting to know what the future of this connection is. He eventually wants to get married. Okay. So he's like working towards that path of wanting to settle down. But again, his root chakra is blocked. Root chakra, it makes it hard to settle down. It makes it hard to ground yourself, makes it hard to like know what your next steps are going to be. So he might need um to have to figure that out first. But I feel like his intentions are pure. I feel like his intentions are good. I think that he just doesn't feel like he's in the place where he needs to be able to give to you in that way. So, it does feel like he wants you to be a part of his future. And I feel like he wants to make some changes because I have the Knight of Swords as like the overall energy. And he is recognizing things and acknowledging things here. I think he's just like, you know, I question my ability to give to her in those ways, even though those are things that I want. You know what it's reminding me of? That 70s show. I don't know if you ever watched that show before, but there's a season or two where the character Hyde is in a relationship with the character Jackie, and he loves the shit out of her. He's like in love with this girl, but he's never really seen a future for himself. He's always seen himself as like the outlaw, the guy who's probably going to end up in prison. I mean, this is probably an exaggeration. I don't want you to take this too literally when I say that. But the connection that he has with her, he's like madly head over heels in love with this girl. But because before he met her, he never really envisioned much of a future for himself. It's like she's now slowly changing his mind in the way that he thinks. But the problem is that because he's never really thought about his future, um same dynamic. Yes, exactly. Because he's never really thought about that for himself. It's almost like he has to like digest that or like process that potential new future outcome because he's never really thought about that for himself. That's like the energy I'm picking up here. Um Aw, Tia. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I'm glad that this resonated for you. So yeah, that is what I've got for you, sweethearts. I am happy that this maybe gave you some, I don't know, confirmation or clarity here. But yeah, I think he has a lot of love for you, Tia. I do. I feel like he's it's almost like he just has to shift his mindset. He just has to shift like how he's been thinking to like how now you are a part of that future. Hey girl. All right, let's work on yours now. You're welcome, Tia. That sounds good. We'll see you soon. All right. Inner Ancestral Whisper says 13 in-depth updated energy between Donald feelings and intentions towards me. I have been on dating apps, seeing he likes my profile. I liked it back. We still talk. I have other options. Keep getting signs about union relationship coming in for me. But now I'm not sure who, kind of confused, but I can feel it super soon within this month. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So let's get updated energy on Donald. Why did you take, oh, I was going to say, why did you take a cold shower? It's too hot. Dang. Do you keep it really hot in your house? It seems like you guys have been keeping it really warm. All right, updated energy for inner ancestral whispers between Donald and her, please. What are his feelings? What are his feelings? Oh my god, Amy. I would be working just to pay an electricity bill to have AC. Are you kidding me? Donald feelings towards Donald feelings towards her. Donald. True feelings for her, please. True feelings for her. Oh God. I'm sorry, Amy. That sounds so claustrophobic to me. So, whispers. He thinks you guys are going to end up together. He thinks you guys are going to have your happily ever after, that you guys are going to be in a relationship, that you guys are each other's life partner, maybe get married at some point. Like, he thinks you are his future. The issue is that I don't know if he has you down as like his now, like his present moment. But he's like, yeah, it's in the bag. Like, I'll be with her in the end. Like, we're gonna be together. Amy, I'm so confused at what you're saying right now. I see whispers laughing. Yeah, I feel like he's saying, I know for a fact that we're going to be together in the end. I think it's the whole middle part, the whole in between, that I think has got him a little confused, because I have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. This indicates like a lot of pressure that maybe he feels that he's under. I know that you expect some things from him, or maybe he feels that you do, and he feels like he wants to take things at his own pace. Oh, right. Oh, I see what you're saying. You were talking to her. I was confused. How does he feel for her? He says, "Oh, things are gonna get easier. We'll reunite together. The 6 of Cups. We'll reunite. We're meant to be." He says you're meant to be. The Lovers is here. He's really not worried right now at all about your connection. He thinks y'all are going to end up together. I know he's acting funny. I told him my feelings again. He said, I told you it's not you. I'm just not ready at the moment. Yeah, exactly. He just isn't sure. Like I said, he knows you're going to end up together in the end. He's confident in that. But he's saying, I'm confused about the middle part. I'm confused about the right now part for me. And that's fair. That's completely fair for you to feel that way, not want to be treated like an option. I think honestly, that is kind of what he's doing. And that's not really fair to you, because you're like, if you want me down the road, then you should want me now, because you shouldn't want to risk like us not ending up together. And like me finding someone else, or someone else wanting to be with me, like you're probably having a hard time with like, am I enough? Am I going to be enough? And my thing is that if he's willing to lose you, then that's just a risk that he's going to have to take. And that really has nothing to do with you and your decisions that you're going to be making. But I feel like he just has it in his mind, oh, we're going to end up together. Like, he's just confident in that. And I don't know where he gets that confidence from, but that's what he thinks. I don't know if it's because he has these feelings for you and he sees you as like the perfect person for him. I just don't understand what it is that he let's work on intentions, because I don't understand what it is that he like feels the need to be doing right now. Maybe it's just because you guys are young. I think you said you're young, that he feels like he's just not ready to like start that chapter of his life. Maybe he feels like once he starts moving towards like his quote unquote life partner, that there's like other things that he won't be able to do. Maybe he's just not ready to settle down, and he knows that you're gonna be a settle down type of relationship. What are his intentions towards her? What are his intentions towards her? Um, so right now, Whispers, I'm just gonna give it to you straight because I think that's what you're coming to me for. He is looking for a sexual relationship right now. He's saying love can come later. He's saying love can come later. Like we can have an emotional love commitment down the line, because I have Ace of Cups with Death. So he's saying right now I just want to have fun. 9 of Cups. Right now I just want to do what I want to do. I want to have freedom. Like I intend to just like enjoy myself, not be quote unquote tied down. I just want to have fun. But later on, the Death card, when that chapter of his life starts, that transition here, then he's saying, then we'll have time for love, then I'll settle down, the Emperor, then I'll have that feel like I don't know, maybe he has some wild oats that he wants to sow right now. Maybe he just doesn't want to be like, and that's okay. I mean, he has the right to feel that way, but you also have the right to respond to that and feel how you feel about it. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Whispers, as far as his intentions, is he's like, I just want to have fun right now. I don't want to feel tied down. And he's fighting for this too. Whispers, he's standing up for this. Like he's fighting for his corner. He'll be protective and defensive about this until the cows come home. Isn't that the expression? Like he's saying, I'm not going to change my mind on this anytime soon. Like he's dying on this hill right now. Now, I don't know what age to him feels right in terms of settling down, but something tells me like his 30s. Like so you might be waiting a long time. And what I will say about all of this, dying on that hill, yeah. What I will say about this is that what's meant for you is not going to pass you by, Whispers. So like if you guys are meant to be together, you will be. You will find each other again. Maybe this is just not right now, but maybe you've got something else that you're going to be like investing your time and energy into. So it's important that you don't hold on too tightly to this, because you might miss out on other opportunities that are coming your way. And I swear, I believe that if you and him are supposed to be together, there's nothing in this world that's going to be able to stop you from doing that. So, maybe you have your own personal journey right now that you have to go down. You've got some lessons to learn, and maybe it's kind of like a level unlocked, like in a video game where, until you've learned your lessons and he's learned his lessons, and you guys can't be together. So you're going off on your separate journeys in this video game, and then once you achieve your level and you unlock it, then you guys can find each other again. We just don't know. We don't always know the reason why things happen the way that they do. You can only follow your gut and your instinct on what the next choice should be. I love the Japanese red string theory. But yeah, so Whispers, I think that if what he wants is not in alignment with what you want right now, Whispers, if you guys are not in alignment, like if you're like, I'm on the track of wanting to find my person, and he's saying, I'm on the track of doing whatever the hell I want and having fun and not being tied down. You see what I mean? Those two things are not aligning. And that means that you don't have to like completely put him out of your mind, but you're not going to get anywhere with him. So either you have to change what you want, which would feel inauthentic to you and in the end would not work, or you have to separate yourself from this and move on to the next thing that potentially will be closer resemblance to what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Oh, is it 11:33 where you are? It's 1233 where I am. You said, "Oh no, I'm taking him completely out of my mind. That just turned off my feelings quickly. Thank you." You're welcome. Absolutely. I mean, I do think you guys are cute together. I like y'all's energy together for sure. But we also have to be practical, and I like that you have your head on straight with that. Are you are you an air sign, Whispers? I'm also picking up Earth, a little bit of Earth, but I'm just curious what your sun sign is. Amy, if you're ready, you can post. That is hilarious. Did I say not say Earth sign? Um, Virgo, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Pisces. Dude, I should have called it because I was picking up Virgo too. You're reminding me of me and my sister. And I'm a Gemini and she's a Virgo. I was like, but I'm picking up Earth. I'm picking up Earth. You do have a Venus in air. Okay. Yep. That makes a lot of sense because the way that you love, you can cut people off pretty easily with that Libra energy. You want to do what's fair, but when you feel like you're not being treated fairly, you have no problem walking away. That air energy is very like Queen of Swords. And then the Virgo energy. That's funny. Thank you for telling me what your Venus was, though. I was curious where the air was at that I was picking up on. Um, all right, girl. Well, that's what I've got for you for tonight. Catch feelings fast. That might be your Pisces. That might be your Pisces in there. Um, Mixing in a little bit. But you have a good head on your shoulders. Remember I said that earlier? I feel like that's your Virgo because my sister like is the most practical thinker ever. So it's like it's partly like easy to cut people off, but also like if it's not a practical match, you don't want to waste any time. And so that makes sense. But the falling hard part is probably that Pisces influence. You're very welcome. All right, girl, have a great night. So let's take a look at Amy. What does my little bro's friend Cameron feel and view towards me? Today was one of the first hangouts I've done with my little brother and his boys. We went out just to hang out. Oh, arcade is fun. Alright, what does little brother's friend Cameron feel? Okay, so okay, hold on. I have to send you something, Amy, because I swear to God, this is hilarious. This is what first came to mind, and I have to show you. First of all, I have to figure out where I saw it at, and then I can send it to you. Hold on, because I see you are how do I say this? PG rated. You've got big girls up top. If you can confirm that for me, please. This guy's kind of funny. I feel like he's got like a little bit of a sense of humor. So like York is in privacy. Maybe. What the heck? Hold on. I think I might have to look at my phone. You do? Okay. This is gonna make a lot of sense then. Okay, hold on. I just have to find, because it's like a funny video. I don't know how old it is, but I just saw it the other night, and immediately because I have the Two of Pentacles, like do a quick Google search on Two of Pentacles, and you're gonna see what I mean. All right, let me find the video real quick. Basically, it's this guy singing a song saying, "Let me see your titties." That's basically this, but it's freaking hilarious. It's so funny. Anyways, I feel like he's like very into what you got going on over there. And I'm trying to find, maybe it was Facebook that I saw it. Oh yeah. He's like juggling, motorboating. He's just over here just like enjoying the show. Which is hilarious to me. So I don't really know. I'm going to keep pulling, but I feel like you've almost got him you almost have him like going stupid, I feel. so yeah, but hold on. I'm still trying to find that damn song. I'm so pissed right now. I can't find it. Let me see. Like I would be scared to like type in the search bar this song. I was hoping that it would just be here. Give me 2 seconds. I might have to just like come back for it and see if I can find it later. But it's just really funny. It's a funny song. Anyways, I feel like you have him going a little bit stupid, and he just like He's just got a lot going on in that little head of his where he is thinking about what you got going on over there. So this is like a very physical attraction, I feel. He's happy you were there today. He's celebrating you and that outfit. Whatever it is you were wearing. Tube top, flared black yoga pants. I'll find it. I'll find it. And then I'll send it to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got him in his head, that's for sure. But he was celebrating it and he was saying, God bless. Thank you. And thank you, brother, for bringing sister. He has you here as like the Empress energy. So like he was picking up what you were putting down, okay? Um, he's definitely invested in this. He's taken many mental pictures of you, and this is something he's been thinking on since you guys hung out. Because I have the Seven of Pentacles, so he is still thinking about it. We have the Devil here, so this talks about temptation. Feeling very tempted by you. I would go as far as to say he's doing things while he's thinking about you. If you catch my meaning. We are trying to keep this as PG as possible. But yeah, definitely a physical attraction. He likes your body. For sure. He says, why is he so funny in my head? You know how like in the office when Dwight was talking, was it Dwight? Oh my god, was it The Office? I don't know. There was like a scene of something I watched and they were talking about how a girl was good for breeding. It might not have been The Office, but talking about how like they're very like sturdy and wide hips and good for good for breeding. So I feel like you have like pulled out some type of like primitive like instinct in him where he's just gone kind of dumb and you're like this goddess energy and he's like, wow. Yeah, he was into it. I think the message is repeating, so I'm going to leave it there, but that's what I got for that one. Hold up, I think I found it. Yeah, I did find it. I'm going to hold on, I'm going to send it to you. I think everyone will get a laugh out of this, so I'm just going to send it in the chat because it's really funny. Okay. Moving on. You said, thank you, damn bro, I'm just making my little bro just crushing on me in some way. Cameron has a lot of dark, goofy jokes. Okay, yeah, he's definitely goofy energy. Great, I just remember Cameron was walking behind me and my little bro a lot the entire time we've been hanging. Thanks, Luna. I'm gonna type my second. You're welcome. Okay, I sent it in the chat, so it's pretty funny. You'll have to listen to it. But I feel like like that was why I was laughing at the beginning of your live stream, because like that's the immediate like thing that popped into my head when I was doing your reading. Okay. How do kids at work view and feel towards Amy now? How do kids at work view and feel towards Amy? Things are settling down a bit. This is summer school, I believe. If I'm understanding. So I feel like they have now gotten into like a routine, because I think at first it felt a little bit kind of crazy, and it feels like now there's more of a routine. Now we kind of have a rhythm going. I think these kids know what to expect. Summer camp, okay. So, like, if there was an adjustment period, Amy, and I feel like now the majority of what I'm picking up is like, okay, we are now in a rhythm. We're in a routine. We know what to expect. It doesn't feel so chaotic. It doesn't feel so static. It feels more like I know what to expect now. And I feel like that adjustment period is now over. They do look at you wielding the sword. You're coming through as the King of Swords here. They are saying they look at you as an authority figure. So they are saying that they are respecting you. Even if they're acting out, they still respect you. It doesn't have to do with like them not viewing you as an authority figure if things are not going well. That's more of a reflection of what's going on with them internally. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull some more cards for you here. You said you've been trying to discipline your kids better in a kind manner. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, but regardless, it feels like they're saying that things are becoming easier for them. Um, my kids have seen me yell about my voice. Yeah. Well, you are the authority figure to them, but they are saying that things feel easier. They see how you give to them. We have the 6 of Pentacles. You definitely got some kids that are attached to you at this point. Maybe that has carried over from the year. Maybe they're kids that have known you longer, but they see your generous nature. They see how kind you are. I have the 6 of Pentacles, and I think they like how much you invest in them, and the attention that you are able to give to them is important. I think that these kids they need the rest. Like, I think they're very tired. I think they can get overwhelmed very easily. Do you guys do nap time by chance? Um, or do any of your kids, maybe if they're a certain age, do they like take naps or something? Because I feel like these kids need like a lot of breaks. I don't know why, but I'm getting like comparatively from your class before, these kids need more undivided attention, more care, but more than anything, they need more breaks. Like, I don't feel like they function well with focusing for extended periods of time. I don't know why I'm getting this message, but it feels like they need extra, like kit gloves. Like they need extra care. They need extra rest. Um, like specialized education. You always fear they could get scared of you when that happens. You don't do nap time. You do. Okay, so there is recess. So there's breaks. Yeah, okay. That's important. Let's see. Yeah, like it's that restriction that is would make it difficult for them if they feel like they like had to focus for a long period of time. It's almost like their body shuts down. How are they feeling about Amy? They feel you're very warm, caring, nurturing. You're coming through as the Queen of Cups here. So they're saying you're like a mother figure to them. They do feel like they can go to you for their emotional needs. You do have a kid here, maybe more than one. But you do have a kid here who I feel is very introverted and likes to maybe stay close to their comfort zone. Um, Five of Cups, like maybe school is hard for them because they want to like be where it's comfortable, where they feel comfort. High anxiety, this one. So Terry, what I can do for you because you donated for a BOGO is I can just go extra in depth for you and just pull extra cards. I just saw what you said. Yeah, kids are funny like that. I remember going to school and kids doing stuff like that to their teachers. Um, I wasn't picking up on the spectrum per se. I guess it would be possible. I was just getting more of like a sadness from them because they don't do well in extroverted activities. They're definitely more reclusive, more to themselves. They could be going through a hard time right now. I'm trying to deal with one of my kids better who is on the spectrum. Oh, okay. A sadness and oh, I think I know what kid you could be referring to. Okay. Okay, makes sense. You said because he struggles to follow along with the rest of the class, especially in the morning exercises, but I've been doing my best to encourage him and verbally compliment him. Okay, so there's a reason that he is coming through, Amy. Let me pull one more card to see what it is he has to say about you. Okay, so you're coming through to him as the King of Wands. So in his little like mind, he's saying that I know I don't always show like I'm enjoying doing things. I have the Four of Cups. He's saying like I don't really look like I like to participate in these types of things. But you are helping change his mindset. He's coming through as the Page of Wands now. He's saying you are the King of Wands, that you're helping inspire me solely to change my mind. So, Amy, I think that he's taking your confidence boosting like remarks as like inspirational to him. It doesn't mean it's going to change his whole personality in, overnight, but he is saying that he's appreciating or acknowledging um, that the things that you're doing that are making him feel a little more inspired, or maybe kind of opening up his mindset on these things that he needs to participate in. So there is a little shift there. It's like a baby shift. He said he would tell you things are boring and exercise is boring, but you've seen him try better. Yeah, I think there is going to be more effort there, even continually from him, because he's saying he didn't have an interest in these types of things. The Four of Cups literally means I'm not interested in that. But he's coming through as you're leading by example. He is taking to your teachings, like he's taking to what it is you have to say to him. Okay, good. I'm glad we figured out which kid it was. It's cute. All right, Amy, well, that is what I've got for you, girl. Hopefully you enjoyed those readings with me. I'm gonna work on Terry, and then we are done for the night. You're welcome. So, Terry, I saw that you said that you wanted to just do one in depth, which is fine. So what I can do then is I can pull a couple extra cards for you, and we'll just go more in depth. Maybe I'll pull some oracle in there or something. We'll make it worth your money. So Terry, all I need from you is, what is your question? Enjoy your food, Amy. I'm like coughing my lungs up over here. Perfect. Thanks, Terry. Just would like to know what's going on with Xavier awareness energy about leaving us. Or if so, what are his current feelings? Maybe I'll leave it for 2 because I feel he's being dishonest. Okay, so let's just start here, and then you let me know if you want me to pull more cards or if you want to ask a second question. So he is having doubt and he is having guilt. I have pulled those 2 cards here specifically. The very first card that I pulled, besides these 2, was like preservation. I feel like almost as though he felt like in order to self-preserve, like in order to protect himself, he was thinking kind of selfishly and saying, I need to do this. And that's just because I'm thinking selfishly. I'm motivated by my own intentions. I feel like I would be better off if I, moved forward, moved on, whatever. His actions are regretful because he was kind of telling himself this story of, oh, she'll be better off without me. They'll be better off without me. But it was the story he told himself, because what he was actually saying was, I'll be better off. Like, I can just keep doing what I'm doing and not have expectations placed on me. But currently, he is feeling guilt, doubt, and I even am hearing shame as well. Guilt, doubt, and shame. He is second guessing this decision. What is he thinking and feeling? What's going through his awareness? What's going through his awareness? See, the thing is that I have door to personal healing and happiness. And the problem with that is that he thought he would be better off. He thought he would be happier. He thought things would be easier for him, etc. Whatever these reasons were. And he felt like he would be happier somewhere else. That like abandonment is definitely going to come back to haunt him for sure. I think that it already has started. Wow, girl. I'm sorry you're going through this by yourself. What is going on in his mind here? He keeps talking about money, finances. Maybe this was like a big theme as to why he did what he did. I don't know if he felt like he would be able to contribute financially and not emotionally, or maybe he felt like he wouldn't be able to contribute financially. I'm not sure why the theme of money is coming through. But that's like a primary thought process. His sister's been bugging him about her event in Washington, so I think he's there. I'm unsure if he's being honest and if he comes back, if he'll be there for us. So I was getting doubt, guilt, and shame. I don't know if I've hit the regret yet. I don't know if he necessarily feels like if he were to go back, if he would make any different decisions. I think that he still is in that like in between place of like, I don't feel good about what I did, but I don't think I would take it back right now because I haven't had enough like time to process. And I know that's so like, I hate saying that. That's not fair to you. And like considering how far along you are, and that's tough. Let's see. This is the thing, is that he knows this isn't necessarily something he's going to be able to run away from, because even if he is not a part of your life and he's not a part of your child's life, he will always have this string attaching him to you guys. He will always have in the back of his mind this family that he walked away from or that he abandoned. He does feel tied to you guys. Has he ever talked to you about finances by chance? What's coming to his awareness, please? He's been talking about not being ready. I think the guilt is going to, I think the guilt is going to weigh on him. I really do. I don't know if this is something that he's going to be able to just move on from. I think this is something he's going to be carrying around for forever. The problem is that if he waits too long, he's going to miss out on a lot, and he's going to feel like it's too late. Because I think right now you're still willing to embrace him. You're still willing to take him back. And I think that eventually there's going to come a time where that will not be the case anymore. He hasn't said much. Okay, let's see. What is going on through his awareness and energy about leaving? Career and grieving is here. Career and grieving. So I feel like for whatever reason, he feels like the focus is on that. I know you said he's been working, but since you got into it, he left to Washington or home. He's focusing on money. I think that's the main thing. I don't know if it's like that's how he wants to try to support you, or maybe he feels like that's a lot of pressure, because, you know, there's a lot of upfront initial costs when it comes to having a child. But he is grieving. So I do feel like this has not been easy on him emotionally, and maybe that's something that would be important for you to hear, is that he's not just like out here living life, having the best time ever, and just trying to forget about all his troubles. Like, you are with him everywhere he goes. He's thinking about this. Spirit is saying clarity, so maybe he will get that clarity that he needs around the time the baby comes. I'm hearing, what's going on? My left ear is like kind of like burning and itchy. What's coming into his awareness? Reconciliation. So, Terry, I wouldn't completely write him off just yet, because I feel like these are things that he's thinking about. Did you want me to keep going with this question, or would you like to take advantage of your BOGO? Okay. Current feelings towards you. All right, let's see. How is he currently feeling towards Terry and the baby? How is he currently feeling towards them? Do you know if he has not told a lot of people about the pregnancy? Because something, I can ask that question for you. Because something tells me he is like only telling select people about this pregnancy, maybe due to the fact that he feels a level of shame in how he has conducted himself throughout this process. But I feel like almost like he's like not telling a lot of people. You said you don't know. He is saying that there's still issues, there's still things to resolve and discuss, that you guys have unfinished business. So I feel like with the reciprocation, the clarity, and the unfinished business, we are going to be seeing him again. Yeah, because I feel like there's something here of like he's not sure what other people are going to think if he were to tell them. And it's not really that he cares too much about what other people think. It's he worries about his reaction to the news. So for example, someone who was excited about having a baby would be like, I can't wait to tell everyone. I can't wait. They're going to congratulate me and I'm able to share this news with everybody and everyone's going to be so excited. And I feel like because he doesn't understand how he feels about this just yet, he doesn't feel like he has the place to share this news with other people because he's not sure how he feels about it yet. It's not really about the other person's reaction to the news as much as it is how he's reacting to the news and how he's feeling about it. You keep it to yourself, mainly moms and sister siblings. Okay. He's regretting. Okay, I'm getting regret now, Terry. That he's saying he should have he didn't act when he should have acted. He's saying he's still working on himself at this time. I would say you're going to see him again. How is he feeling towards them? He has been talking about it more. Good. How has he been feeling? So Terry, I think he wants to be your family. I think he wants to be a part of your life. I think he wants to be a part of your future. This is a hard part because it's like you have to trust the process right now, which is difficult when you're not really seeing much from him that you're needing from him. But I feel like he constantly keeps talking about like feeling attached to you, feeling a pull to you towards you and the baby. I feel like he is going to come through for you at some point. He's going to come through for you. I know him saying he's not ready. Okay. How does he feel about them? How does he feel about them? How does he feel about them? This is like triggering him because he's having to like become more aware of the things that he might have been avoiding about himself. When you become a parent, unfortunately, everything is highlighted. All of your flaws, your insecurities, the things that would make you have to get out of your comfort zone. And when that time comes before you're ready, you worry, oh shit, am I going to screw this kid up? What am I going to do? Yada, yada, yada. But you're thinking so much about how this is going to affect you. And you're also thinking so much about like the future that you kind of forget about what's happening right now and like who needs you right now, and you need him right now, and he's not thinking about that because he's stressing too much about everything else except you, and that's a problem like that needs to be addressed because you need him, you know, you need that support from him. I think he's worried about losing his freedom. I think he's worried about how this is going to affect his life. He does have real feelings for you, Terry. He's just thinking too much about the things that don't matter right now. And the part that he's like not processing is that you've done this before. Like, you know how to, like, it's almost like he feels, this is what's crazy. This is the impression I'm getting, that he feels like he's on his own. He literally is like, oh my God, I'm on my own. He's not thinking about the fact this is a partnership. He's not thinking about the fact that you've done this before and you have experience. He's just thinking, oh my God, how it's going to affect me. And it's like, he's not getting like the right picture. He has a picture in his mind, but it's not the right one. It's not the one where we collaborate, we lean on each other, we provide support to each other. Like, you're not in this alone. And he feels like that. He feels like he is in this alone, and therefore, because he's feeling that way and focused on that, he's not realizing that he's leaving you on your own. Yeah, that makes sense. I think personally, if I feel that he's gonna do the right thing in the end, and if you do not agree with me on that, it might be your fear setting in. It might be like you being fearful that that's going to be the outcome, because I feel like he still feels responsible to you, connected to you, attached to you, that whenever he's away, you're still there in his mind. And I don't think that's something he's going to be able to walk away from 100%, but that's just my intuition on the subject. Let's see. Oop. Will he come back after his sister's events? Will he come back after his sister's events? I am getting a yes. I have the 9 of Pentacles here. You feel like he's been giving up on you. Does he not realize he's breaking her heart? Does he not realize he's breaking her heart? He does not realize that he's breaking your heart, Terry. I have the Hanged Man. I don't think that he realizes how much this is affecting you emotionally. I think he's very much focused on himself and how he feels about this, not so much how this is affecting you. You come across to him like as a very strong, independent person. Like, you don't need a man, that kind of thing. You come across that very like tough and not emotionally vulnerable. And he thinks you're fine. And I think that's also why he's struggling, because he feels like he's the only one who's uncertain or unsure. Like, I think that he doesn't see you freaking out enough. Like, he doesn't see you having a human moment as well, because you're trying to hold it together. You're trying to hold it together so you don't fall apart. Maybe you guys need to have a more vulnerable heart-to-heart conversation about how you're scared too, and like, he's not alone in that, and that you're not holding it together, and it is hard for you, that you are scared, you are nervous. Like, I just think that he sees you as someone, oh, she's got it, she's strong, she can do this. And that's tough, because that deep down is probably not actually what's going on. You've been doing this alone since your oldest child. You're a Cancer, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Stellium. And so, with that being said, you are maternal, you are a doer, you are independent, you have that mentality. But if he's the only one thinking that if he thinks that he's the only one freaking out inside and worried and scared, and you're not, he doesn't feel like he's measuring up to what you need him to be. So he just thinks that he's just not living up to what you expect of him. And he doesn't see that humanity, that side that's like scared and vulnerable too. And I don't believe that he thinks that he's breaking your heart. I don't think that he knows that. I don't think he thinks about that or would believe that, because I think there's something here about like him feeling alone. And what's sad is you also feel alone. And so you guys are feeling alone when you could feel it together, alone together. You're feeling alone separately. And it's a sad energy to see. And, you know, it breaks my heart to know that you're going through this. And, you know, I'm sure you would have wanted things to be so much more different than they are now. I'm sure going through another pregnancy, you probably would have hoped that you would have someone who was by your side going through this every single day with you and not on your own. I know it's not ideal, and it's sad. It's sad for me that you go through this, and it's sad for me that anybody would experience what you're experiencing, and I think that it happens more often than it should. So I am really sorry about that. Yes, but I have all three of my boys here with me, besides my daughter. But in the end, I know I'll be okay. I hoped he'd be here. It's horrible, but hopefully things may work. Yeah, like I said, I think it's one of those things where it's like you have to trust the process, and have faith in that. Not that you have to put all your eggs in his basket, but it's more like a wait and see approach. Things may drastically change in a couple of months when the baby's actually here. And it's regretful that you've had to go through the pregnancy part alone. That makes me really sad for you. I just hope that he gets his shit together sooner rather than later. I mean, it would be nice if he'd come through for you in the next couple of weeks and just stick around. And I know it's late, but I truly appreciate this so much, and I always appreciate you and your advice. Oh, thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much. He will be here in September. Okay, perfect. So that's like right around the time the baby's going to be born, I think. Well, I appreciate you, Terry. I know I haven't seen you so much lately, but I know that you're very busy. You got a lot going on over there. And I actually thought about you. I think about you periodically because I know that you're an herbalist, and I know that you have so much knowledge in that realm. So there's been so many times where I think, oh, reach out to her or ask her a question. But it's not that I don't want to. It's just in that moment when I think about it, I don't have a specific question. I just know that you know a lot, and I'm just eager to learn that kind of information. So when I can sit down and really feel like, okay, I have the time to dedicate to this, I will be reaching out to you and trying to get some advice from you as well. But yeah, good luck with everything. Hopefully I see you before baby comes. If not, I hope you have a safe, healthy delivery. And I'll be seeing you. Okay? James says, hey, finally, just listen to my readings. Everything sounds like it's going in the right direction. Thank you, James. Thanks for stopping in. I'm here. I know you follow your intuition as well, so whenever the question comes, I'll be here. Thanks, girl. Yes, absolutely. I've been trying to do more like intuitive guided instruction, like when it comes to eating, when it comes to working out, when it comes to making decisions. It's like I just check in with my intuition and I'm like yes or no. I've actually been looking into muscle testing lately because that's a really cool thing. So yeah, I just have so many interests. I'm a Gemini, right? I just like want to do and know everything about everything. Thank you so much, Terry. Have a good night. Everyone else, I'll see you guys later. Bye.